And we are live. What's going on, y'all? YouTube, Facebook, coming to you live tonight with my cousin. What's up, cuz?
Hi, everybody.
Cuz, introduce yourself. Tell everybody who you are, a little bit about you.
Okay, my name is Dee Belazaire. I'm in Florida, and I am looking forward to being a part of the show. Hopefully, I can be relatable to a lot of the women out there and men that are currently dealing with the topic that we'll be dealing with tonight.
Cool. And I'm Michelle Mayon. For those of you who are new to me, I'm the relationship strategist, and I help people to successfully navigate the challenges of relationships. So that's what we're here to do tonight. We're gonna talk about why modern relationships are so hard. When y'all come in, say what's up, let us know where y'all are from and how y'all doing. I don't know what's your favorite color, fun fact about yourself, all that good stuff. We want to know. So before we get into it, y'all, first thing is first. Make sure you subscribe, hit the bell notifications on YouTube so that you can be notified every time we do something new. All right. And don't forget you know what? It's okay for you to thumbs up or thumbs down the video. I don't care. Just do something. Don't just sit there. Okay. Anything you like to say, D?
No, I'm good.
You good? All right, cuz said she good. So y'all make sure y'all let us know in the chat, how y'all doing and everything. I see y'all looking, but ain't nobody waving, ain't nobody saying nothing. What's going on with y'all now? Y'all normally do better than that.
Oh, y'all come on in. Come on in, y'all.
Yeah, y'all can't just come on and say nothing. All right. So, so yeah, we're gonna talk about why modern relationships are so hard. D, what's your opinion just off? Why do you think modern relationships are so hard?
Honestly, I think it's comparison. I think a lot of people spend too much time trying to compare their marriage and their relationship to everybody else's. I really think that's just the bulk of it. And a lot of it is lack of communication. You're trying to do what the celebrities are doing, for example, or you're trying to do what John and Susan done for 20 years, but everybody's marriage and relationship is going to be different. So you've got to focus on yourself and do you. Doing you and being true to you is very important.
Amen, y'all. Amen. So listen, y'all. Make sure y'all stay tuned. Y'all see them nuggets we giving out. So make sure y'all stay tuned to the end. So if you guys have questions, look, y'all hear my dog barking, somebody let him out. Lord. But y'all make sure y'all stay tuned to the end, and me and Dee will answer y'all questions. And like I said, when you come on, let us know what's up, say what's up, where you're from. Just let us know. So I'm gonna give you my top three reasons. I did some of her reasons. I'm sure she may have more. She, D, you always welcome to jump in, come back in with some more goodies. But I'm gonna start with number three, work my way up. So my number three is impatience. Because everybody wants it right now, quickly. They want this, like you were saying, they want this beautiful king and queen relationship very quick. Mm-hmm. People don't want to put in the work to have a real good relationship. And like you were saying, I think people see these celebrities, Jay-Z, Beyonce, Will and Jada, people like that, and they think that these relationships are just heaven and it just all clicks together. But those people, I'm sure, put in a lot of work in their relationship. What you think, D?
Michelle, it's funny you even brought that up, because the other day I was reading through a couple of comments on Instagram, and someone was saying that if they didn't have a commitment or were being proposed to within a year of dating somebody, then they were out. And I'm going, wow, a year? I mean, that may be okay for some people, but I've been with my husband for 16 years, 17, almost 17 years. So we're still getting to know each other. So I don't know how you're going to know somebody in 1 year. So it's like what you were just saying, Michelle. How can you expect for things to go so quickly when you haven't given yourself time to really even explore and know that person? So it's just funny that you even brought that up. And I thought that that was very interesting that a lot of people seem to think that quick, fast, and in a hurry is the way to go. And that's okay. It's totally okay if that works for you. But I know for me and my husband, we dated for 5 years first. And then, we moved on along in our relationship. So it takes time. I'm sorry. And even now, here we are. Saturday will be 10 years we've been married, and we're still getting to know. Thank you. So yeah, we're still getting to know each other. So it really takes time because you are two individual people coming together, and you have expectations of each other, and your expectations are going to take time for the other person to kind of catch up with what you're wanting them to do or how you want them to perform.
True. So y'all take it from us. Be patient. Okay. If it's been a year, the man still don't want to marry, the woman still don't want to marry you, listen, you might want to slow the road. Just keep taking your time. Now, I'm not saying, some 30 years. I'm not saying that. Now that's a long time, 20, 30 years, but 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's better than, hey, 6 months. 6 months, you better marry me. What? You're moving a little too quick for me. So that's number 3. And I think a lot of people are just desperate these days too. They get lonely, and out of their desperation, they just want to have somebody. And it's, that's when you get caught up with crazy folks, when you get desperate.
I can agree with that for sure. Because you're looking for companionship, and when you just get desperate, you're gonna get with whoever's giving you the blinking eyes. They're batting their eyes at you, and you're just gonna want to get with them, and that can always not turn out to be such a good situation. So patience is definitely something that we all should be working towards when you're out seeking your partner.
Yeah. Amen. And we're saying you don't want to miss those important things about a person. Those underlying things about them that you need to know if you're gonna spend the rest of your life with them. How do they manage money? How do they manage stress? Those kind of things. You want to make sure that when they're angry, how do they act? So you want to know all those things. So if you rushing it, you will miss a lot of stuff. And next thing you know, you wake up 10 years later, like I'm with the devil. So y'all want that. So, and we're gonna go on to number 2, y'all. We counting down, and we're talking about why modern relationships, are failing, why they're not working. And number 2 is selfishness. And selfishness, it's not the same as putting yourself first. It's 2 different things, first of all. And when I say selfishness, a lot of people get into relationships because of, hey, what can you do for me? Mm-hmm. So they have this thing that everybody's saying now, what you bring to the table. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, both need to be bringing something to the table, but what I've been having is I'm bringing to the table and you're not bringing nothing to the table, and you just in a relationship to benefit you. And I think that's a big thing that's going on now, because people will see, even let's talk about some of these men. They will see the woman with the big butt, right? But she broke. But they just want they can get from her. They're not looking at her heart, her mind, none of that. They're just looking at, okay, this is what I want, and that's it. What you
Right.
think?
They're looking for opportunity, and I think eventually, when you get with somebody, you of course you want them to be bringing something to the table, but you got to be meeting people kind of along the way. You can't expect it to be one sided. And with you were just discussing finances, and even with finances, in the beginning, you need to go ahead and set up the rules. Go ahead and say, okay, well, this person's going to pay these bills, and then this person is going to be the person that's going to manage the paycheck and the bank account or whatever. Because if you're not bringing your communication to the table, you're going to miss out. You're going to miss out on so many things that's going to cause a lot of conflict. So you got to do the work. You got to communicate.
That's right. That's right. And you know, with that being said as well, a lot of people, a lot of the selfish folks are getting into these relationships broken. You know, like you're saying, broke pockets. They got a broke mindset. Broke spirit. And they attach themselves to somebody else, like, you know, codependency type situation, and try to suck everything out of them, and then they move on. So y'all watch out for these selfish people, and make sure that you're not one out here getting into relationships just for your own benefit. You should be trying to figure out how you can add value to him or her, and anybody that's in your life, really. You know, we're here, God put us here to add value to each other.
Right.
You know, I'm not saying let nobody use you, but you're definitely here to add value.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Listen, y'all. If y'all come in, say what's up, let us know where y'all from, that y'all here. If y'all have any questions, drop them in the chat. And also, at the end, we'll give y'all a chance to ask questions if you would like to. Okay. So anyway, anything else you would like to say, Dee, about number 2, about selfishness?
I would say just to kind of piggyback on the brokenness, if you can, try to take that time to heal. That may be therapy for you. So maybe going into a therapy session and discovering what it is that has broken you. Maybe you know, maybe you don't know. A lot of times we think it's one thing, and a lot of times it may be something totally different. So therapy is definitely a tool, a resource that you should utilize to try to find a way to heal yourself. Maybe you don't want to do therapy. Maybe it's joining a local group that has whatever it is that you're battling and dealing with. Maybe it's finding someone, maybe on social media, something like that, where you can get inside of these group chats and be 100% authentic and disclose, you know, with confidence and a little bit of secrecy, I would hope. Being able to just disclose and hopefully learn how other people are dealing with the same things that you may be dealing with. So just finding a way to make sure you're dealing with the brokenness is going to be key.
Yes. And so you guys know, the group that we have is for married women on Facebook. It's the Successful Wives. So you guys I'll put the link and you guys can join it. And it's very private. You can come in there and just fellowship with like-minded women. Our husbands, we ain't got enough for y'all yet, but we coming with it. Okay, so y'all hold on a minute. All right. We want y'all to be straight too. And then too, like she was saying, if you don't want to go to therapy, then there's always coaching. And you guys know you can always hit me up if a coaching session. Maybe you want a 4-hour session, and we can talk about your relationships and how you can make them better. Okay. All right, so we're gonna move on to number 1, and this is one I see a lot when I'm dealing with my clients, is not knowing and loving themselves before they jump in these relationships. And I know even for me, when I first started out, listen, I'm a teen mom. I think because you were a teen mom, right?
I was 19.
Me too, y'all. So we was 19, we teen moms, and I know back then I was a totally different person, and the love and the knowingness that I have for myself now. Back then, it was a lot different. So I was making different kind of decisions, and it was just different. So you guys have to realize that you have to love and know yourself before you get into the relationship. Because if you get into the relationship, you don't really know yourself. You're not really in love with yourself. Then that causes all kind of confusion later on. Okay, and especially if you get with somebody else that might not know and love themselves. So you got two confused people in this relationship, and all this confusion and low energy, and bringing each other down instead of bringing each other up. What you think, D?
That goes hand in hand with the brokenness. If you can fix or at least get down to the root of your brokenness, then you can heal, right? And so if you can heal yourself, then you're gonna start, or hopefully jump into and start a new relationship with somebody, and you're gonna be in a better mind frame, a mindset, in order to move forward and blossom with that next person, right? So it's definitely important that you're just making sure you're taking the time to have self-love. Some people say, well, I love myself. Well, do you really? Do you really love everything about yourself inside and out?
Right.
So self-love is huge. And I know, especially this up and coming year for 2021, a lot of people have really been on the self-love wagon. I've been loving seeing it. You guys keep it up. Self-love is so important. Take the time for yourself. Take the time for your spouse, whoever that is, and make sure that you're giving self-love to them too, right? So, or at least teaching them. Maybe they don't know. So share the knowledge, share what you know. Guys, drop your self-love remedies down in the comment section. Let us know what you do for self-love. Let us know what that looks like for you, right?
Yes.
So, you guys just keep loving.
Yes, I would love to hear what other people do for self-love and self-care and stuff. And then, like I always tell people too, the common denominator. Here's Max, y'all. He come. Hey, Max. Oh my God, y'all. He's such a love bully. Oh my God. Say hey, Max. Anyway, like I always tell people, the common denominator in all of your relationships is you. A lot of times, we be pointing the finger. Not saying the other person, the things that they do or say, they might be wrong, but a lot of times it's how we deal with it, how we handle it. So you got to look at yourself first as hey, I'm the common denominator here. So how am I reacting in a way that shows that I know and love myself, that shows that I'm having patience, that shows that I'm not selfish, that kind of thing. And if you are constantly looking for somebody else to know and love you more than you know and love yourself, that's gonna be a disaster, because you will never, ever, I don't care who is, honey. I don't care. If it ain't God, they can't love you. Like they will never be able to love you in that. And that's what you have to know deep within yourself, because people just gonna let you down no matter how much they love you a great deal. But at times they may let you down in certain areas. And you have to know that. But that's why you got to know yourself, because guess what? I'm not perfect either. So I'm sure I let people down too, so I have to give people grace and mercy the same way. The same way I want it,
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, because some people are so hard on other people, like, in these relationships, y'all got to really, give that compassion.
Yeah, sometimes people go into these relationships and marriages and they're looking for somebody to fix them. Well, I can't fix you. I'm sorry. I can work with you. I can work with you being broken maybe, and in some areas, but I can't fix you. So right. You got to be self-loving and you got to work on yourself. So it's nothing more we can do with you.
That's right. Now we're gonna have to listen. We're gonna have to kick you to the curb now. We'll do it now. Because the thing, Rick, when you love yourself and know yourself, you ain't afraid to set boundaries, and you ain't afraid to tell people, look, I'm good. I can't, I'm straight. I love you now, but I'm good. I have certain people in my life like that where they just can't let other people go. I'm like, I don't understand, how you allow, things for extended periods of time, and you don't set boundaries on those things. It just blows my mind. But I was there before, so long time ago, but so yeah.
Boundaries is huge. Communication,
Yes.
the financial aspect of it is huge. Intimacy, we didn't touch on that one, but that's okay.
That's huge.
I mean, it all goes hand in hand in knowing how to have a more modern, up-to-date marriage. Not that there's anything wrong with the traditional marriage. And, a lot of people still follow the traditional marriage. Maybe it's your religion or something like that keeps you in the more traditional version of marriage. But the modern day roles are shifting. The roles are shifting. So you got to be ready to shift when you need to, really.
Yes. And just speaking to the ladies out here, y'all listen, it's so much opportunity for us out there right now. There's no reason why anybody should be like solely depend on no man. You should not be, honey. If you have a problem with dependency, call me, please, so we can get you straight. Because there's and also that's bringing value to your house too, because then he doesn't have to carry so much on his plate and on his back, because you got your own stuff going on too. So that's the world living, and it is expensive to raise a family. Like, y'all don't understand.
Very. Yeah, it's very, very expensive to raise a family. So you need to be getting the bag. He needs to be getting the bag. Your spouse, whoever that is, need to be getting the bag. Okay, everybody need to be out there getting it.
Amen. So, anything else, D, that you would like to say about number 3? And I see y'all coming in. If y'all watching, y'all leave. I'm trying to look at these comments. I see a couple, but y'all leave some comments. I put the link in the comment section.
Yeah.
This is new software I'm using, so hopefully you can see if y'all want on and ask questions. Y'all just click on the link and y'all can come on and ask questions. But yeah, we're talking about modern relations, why they're not working. So yeah. What other things you think is deep? Did we miss anything else?
I don't think so. One thing that kind of works for me is just having a check-in system. So what that could look like is, okay, 3 months from now, we're going to check in. We're just going to talk. We're going to discuss whatever it is we're dealing with, what we're not dealing with, and we're just going to have that time to have that discussion. So check-ins from time to time, it's okay. It works. So maybe that's something that you haven't been doing in the past. Sit down, put that time aside, and have those discussions and say, this is working, this is not working. How can we get what's not working to work?
Yes, and that is very important. And I know early in my marriage, I wouldn't do that. I would just, if it's not working, I'm gonna make it work by myself. Right. I ain't got time to be talking to you about, and you end up doing, crazy stuff, or your spouse feel like loud and stuff, and you don't build on that. So she is such right. Just sit down and talk to him. Hey baby. Now y'all ain't got to, scream and holler at each other. It's best to do it sober. No drinking, no reefer. You picking at me? They don't know what reefer. I'm like, you don't know what reefer is?
That shows how dated we are, right? The kids don't say that no more.
I'm like, oh my God. Yeah. So make sure y'all sober when y'all talking. Make sure you know y'all in a good place, quiet, no distractions. That's some A1 advice you just gave y'all. So yeah. But anyway, y'all, we are ready to jump off of here. Love y'all. Do you have any final words for the folks?
No, this has been very great to be on today. I hope that a lot of the women and men walk away with something very valuable. Hopefully, you're going to go out and approach your marriage different. Hopefully, we gave you some keys and some tools to work with. So, thank you again, Michelle, for having me on today.
Oh, anytime, because you know you're gonna be back.
Oh goodness.
And y'all listen, y'all please donate to the channel so we can have better video equipment, quality stuff. So y'all can donate Cash App. It's Ladies in Leadership, and we'll see y'all later. Peace.